Hey, my name is Hannah, and I wanted to share this story with you guys. This story is the story of my hope and what I had to do to find it. This is kind of like a religious story, and I wanted to share it because I feel like I could help other people, and maybe that's not the case, maybe it is. Okay, so today is October 19th. Exactly 369 days ago, I gave my life to God. My whole life, I kind of questioned His existence. I'm not gonna lie, the first 3 months were going pretty well. I had just given my life to Him. I felt like my sins were released. We were strengthening our bond. But it was just a matter of time before the testing started coming in. And I really wasn't ready for it because it wasn't like it was just like little things coming at me. It was just everything. On December 16th, 2014, that was the day that my life was about to change. And I didn't even see it coming, and I should have, but I didn't. December 16th is known as the day that my biological mom found me on Facebook, literally 3 days after I made my account, behind my grandparents' back. So, for almost exactly 2 months, we talked and texted every day, just got to know each other, and then the day after Valentine's Day in 2015, I saw her for the first time in about 12 years. It was an amazing experience, and it was so surreal. It was just like the whole thing was just like too good to be true, and it was. So sometime in March officially marked the end of my mom and my relationship. She told me things that she wasn't supposed to, and I'm not going to give her all the blame because, I'm stupid and young, and I did happen to get myself into quite a mess with this guy. So that's like a year-long story. Anyways, I remember getting in the car after school one day, and my grandma was like, Hannah, we gotta get back to the house right now. And I'm like, but grandma, I thought we were gonna go somewhere. And she's like, well, our plans got canceled because CPS has to talk to us. To be honest, I was kind of upset. So I remember being at the house, and this girl came and she made me go upstairs so she could talk to my grandparents. And then I came down and my grandparents went upstairs, and literally every single question she asked me was about my grandparents. I'm just like, girl, this is about my mom. Leave my grandparents out of it. It really started to hurt me and affect me, and I took that pain and started doing things that I shouldn't have done. And, there are plenty of times where I went up on the top of the hills behind my house and I would scream at God, asking Him why He's doing this to me and, what He's trying to accomplish. At this point, I was just done and fed up with everything, and I wanted what I wanted, and I didn't care what other people wanted. And I would start to lie and manipulate people to my benefit. It was fun for a while until I got caught in all of my lies. I realized how wrong that was of me now, and you know, it didn't help me. I just felt more pain than what I already had felt because I knew what I was doing was wrong. And one day I got mad and I burned my entire left arm. It goes to show that you're never going to get away with anything that you do. The day after I did it, I was wearing a jacket that was like heavier than anything you could ever imagine, and it was like 90 degrees outside. So I'm walking around, and this proctor that I know came up to me, and she's like, Hannah, why are you wearing this jacket? It's hotter than hell outside. And I'm like, I'm cold. And she's like, okay, well, that's really weird. And I'm like, I know, yeah, I have to go now. So she like drove her car up closer to me, grabbed my arm, lifted my sleeve up, and she's like, Hannah, what happened? I had band-aids all over, all the way up my arm. And I told her, I don't know. And she's like, don't tell me that. And I'm like, okay, well, then I'm going to tell you that it's not your concern. And she's like, did you hurt yourself? And I'm like, it's really not your concern. And she just left me. That day when I got home from school, my grandma didn't even say hi to me. She told me to lift my sleeve up, and she saw all the band-aids all the way up my arm, and she said, "Why did you do this?" And I told her, because I didn't know what else to do. On May 26th, exactly 9 days after I had done what I did to my arm, I went to bed. So I said to God, "What kind of torture do you got planned for me tomorrow, just so I can get a heads up?" And he said, "It's all over now." And I'm like, "What do you mean it's all over now?" And all he said to me was, "You'll see." And I wanted to keep pounding on him, but in that moment, that's when I knew my hope came in place. I went to bed, and I went to sleep, and the next morning I woke up, and everything was absolutely perfect the whole day long. Nothing went wrong. I didn't do anything to anybody. Nobody did anything to me. It was just the most perfect day in the world. I had a few more of those, and then I had more and more, and pretty soon a month goes by, and all of my days were pretty good. 2 months go by, all of them were pretty good, and here we are. Now it's October 19th, and I'm the happiest I've been in probably my entire life. So in the Bible, Proverbs 23:18, it reads, "Surely there's a future, and your hope will not be cut off." When I was going through a hard time, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe there was a future, and my hope kept getting cut off. But then I realized I never even found my hope. I found it the day I woke up and everything was okay, and it felt nice, and it was the most amazing feeling of hope I could have ever felt in my entire life. It made me realize, no matter how bad your life is, it's gonna get better, and it may take time, but no matter what, in the end, you're gonna be okay. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you what I had to do and what I had to go through to find my hope. And one day, you're gonna find yours if you haven't already, and I can promise you that.